Okay, so we're going to have a conversation with a truly amazing human. And I'm just trying to think back when we worked together. I think it might have been 2020 or 2021, but during the
Yeah.
time when the world had a makeover, everyone was confused about everything. It was crazy. So that's when I started working with the lady that is going to speak to you now, or that you see already on your screen, by the name of Zinhle Mvune. And when we made our connection with each other, I realized that she actually doesn't live too far from where I'm based as well. So we started our journey together. Zinhle, thank you so much for making time to speak to me.
Thank you so much for having me, Zamele. It's good to connect again. It was a great journey with you, and I see you still doing amazing things.
Thanks, thanks. So let's start there then. Can you give us a little bit of who you are in a nutshell so people know who they are hearing from?
Okay, so I'm Zinhle, originally from Durban, the south coast of Durban, Amanzimtoti, born and bred there. I am mom to a very, very active 22-month-old. um, she keeps me on my toes. A single mom, but yeah, I am a career woman. I have great aspirations in my career. It's been an incredible journey, highs and lows. So I do come from an IT systems background. I am a data analyst by profession, but at the moment, I am currently a functional head, heading up a team of other analysts. So I don't do the work as much as I used to, but I do oversee and groom a lot of talent in our current organization. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
It sounds so exciting. I remember when we were starting to work together, you definitely had such amazing leadership qualities, and you knew that that was you. You were born to lead, to champion, to steer conversation. So I'm so excited that you are just living that out. Take me back. Maybe let's go back just a little bit. Who was Zinhle before we started working together? Who was she? What was she feeling? What was she going through?
Okay, so I think when we met Zanele, a lot had happened in my life, both in a personal capacity and my professional career. I just joined an organization, and a few months into it, I realized I was pregnant. Um, then not long after that, we went into lockdown. Then not long after that, I went on maternity leave. Then COVID happened. Then I lost my mother to COVID. Um, and then right after that, when I got back to work, after my 7 months of maternity leave, I was in a bit of a scramble, you know. I just joined this organization. I was trying to find my feet, and then like things changed, leadership changed. I wasn't sure about where I was going. I was a new mom, a single mom, trying to find that balance. And I think I was really confused, and beginning to doubt myself and the career path I wanted to take for myself. Um, so I think when I reached out to you, I approached you in that sense. I was like, I'm confused, like I don't know where I'm going. Like I need help, I need direction. Um, and yeah, I mean, I used to look forward to our sessions. I really did. I was like, you know what, when something had happened at work, you'd be like, you know what, I need to unpack this with Zanele. I can't wait to unpack this with Zanele. And it was such an incredible journey for me. You opened up my eyes to so many different ways of thinking, and evaluating circumstances. So yeah, really, that's where I was at when we began our journey. And I must admit, things are a lot clearer now. Um, and I'd say thanks to you as well.
Mhm.
And I think I'm more deliberate about my walk and life in general, with my career, about my choices. I think sometimes when we feel like we're stuck in a corner, we feel like we don't have options because you can't see them anymore.
Yeah.
But really, one of the things you taught me about is like, who do you want to show up as? You know,
Mm,
and I carry that with me. Like, who do I want to show up as? You know, I'm
mm.
not a victim. I have control of who I show up as, and really, that's how I run my life. That's how I lead my life. It's actually my motto now. So.
Ah. Love that. Oh my goodness. I've got goosebumps like the entire time as you're talking because the energy, like I'm a big energy person and I can just feel your energy and how different it is, but how you've always had that. And I think we used to speak about, I used to be like, Zinhle, why are we working together? Because you're fine. Because you've just always had this thing. I think, like you said, sometimes you just need someone to just shine a light on it. And that pretty much, I think, is all I can say that I did, because it was just always, always, always there. Tell us a little bit about where you are now, maybe just in one or two details. What's different now in terms of maybe things around work? What are you up to that is is maybe a testament to this version of you that's now a little bit more intentional, a lot more clear, a lot more intentional about what they're doing?
So if I can just think back to one of the exercises that we did together, the visualization exercises. Um, I think when we spoke about my love life, I was very detailed and I knew exactly what I wanted for myself. Haven't quite found the Mr. Right yet, but crossing fingers, yes. And then when it came to my career, because I was a bit confused at the time, it was hard for me to even begin visualizing. But you encouraged me not to stop the exercise, and I did, and I continued to think about a safe environment, a safe space where I had a voice, where I was heard, where I'd make a difference, where people would see my potential and a place where I could grow. And honestly, that's exactly where I'm at today. So I started a new job the beginning of this year. And in January, it scared me. As a leadership role, the functional head, like, oh my gosh, do you ever know what I'm doing? This is such a big portfolio. But, like I said, I'm under such incredible leadership, It makes a world of a difference when you're working with people who actually believe in you.
Yeah.
They motivate you, they drive you, start believing in yourself again. And I think really, really that's where I'm at. So, like I said, I'm heading up a team of analysts in my space. Actually the team is relatively new, so we all sort of like trying to find our feet, but it's like really, really incredible watching them grow and watching myself grow. It's like 5 months into the role, but I feel like I've been it for 5 years. We work long hours. Most of my days are very stressful, but at the end of each week it's like, sure, that was worth it. And that's what I love the most. It's not in vain. My boss will probably tell you that I moan. I moan a lot about this and that, but at the end of every week, I'm like, gosh, we did so much. We got so much over the line. And really, it's a high pressured environment, and I thrive under pressure. Sometimes I feel like it's too much, but when you get the job done, it's like, wow, I did it. So I'm really, really in a good space. I'm happy. People keep saying, oh, Zinhle, you're a glower. I'm like, yeah. Happiness. Like I'm so happy. I'm content. Obviously, like life isn't perfect. Certain aspects of my life could be better, but I'm overall happy. And I still practice those visualization exercises, and they make me excited about the future. So really that's where I'm at the moment.
Oh my. It sounds, when people say that, because I speak to a lot of people who even use the word hate to describe their jobs. And so when you tell them that there is a possibility for you to, yes, be under stress and work sometimes long hours and have it be tough, because life can be, but just to have that feeling that you wouldn't be doing anything else, even if you didn't get paid, sometimes you would just be doing it. People can't believe it. And when I see you speak about the work you're doing now, that's exactly what it is. It's that whole, you know what? Yeah, it has its moments, but I wouldn't be doing anything else.
Absolutely. Like I wouldn't. I think my boss would say I'm lying. um, because I vent all the time, but I think it's
Uh-huh.
part of the process, you know,
Mm.
it's all part of the process. But really there's the love and the passion for what I do and the appreciation for the
Mm.
kind of work that I do. So I think it makes the world of a difference. So
Mm.
really.
That's fantastic. Let's speak about what made the biggest difference. If you think about your entire journey up until now, what would you say maybe is, I know you mentioned the visualization, you've mentioned it twice now, so I guess that was a big one. Anything else that you would say was an absolute game changer in maybe making an impact?
Definitely the visualizations, and just being deliberate about my path. You know, you teach us a lot about self-awareness and unlearning, you know,
Mhm.
and in order for you to unlearn the negative beliefs that you have, there needs to be a level of self-awareness within you. So I do a lot of reflecting. I think even before I met you, I
Yeah.
just didn't ponder, but now it's more deliberate, you know. I can't remember one of the exercises that we did, but we were talking about my goals, you know, like where do I see myself, and then not only did you make me do that, I was like, okay, look, this is like a normal, you know, goal plan exercise, but you went into detail and you spoke about the things that I needed to put in place to make sure that I meet my goals, you know, and really now I don't just set goals, like I detail actions and the support that I'll require. I mean, I'm a single mom. I'm
Mhm.
chasing a career. What do I need? I need a full-time help. I need a full-time nanny. You know, like those are some of the things. Um, so really all of those tools and those techniques, they've helped shape me, you know, and I no longer feel like a victim of circumstances. Like I said, I'm very deliberate about my walk. You know, it's like, what do you want? Okay, so what are the necessary steps that you need to take to get there?
Yeah.
Um, and it's really it's mind-blowing. It seems minor, but it's such an empowering way of thinking and doing life.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, that's where I'm at. And I just made a purchase. I'm officially a homeowner. Hey.
Oh, that's so exciting.
So,
Congrats.
thank you. I got a little place for me and baby. Also visualized it, so I must admit, so what I wanted. And it's
Mm.
amazing. That technique, it blows me away. I walked into it and I was like, this is the place, you
Wow.
know?
Good.
So, yeah, really,
Oh,
that's where I'm at.
wow. Goodness. Okay, let's end off with tips practically, because I'm sure individuals are looking at this and they're going, okay, I want to be where she is. Any key tips, even if it's just three or just one, that you can give to individuals who are looking at you right now, listening to this conversation? They are either where you were before you and I started working together, and they just want to be where you are now.
Um, firstly, I'd encourage you to reach out to Zinhle. Her coaching, her coaching sessions are incredible, worth every cent. I definitely do it again. I actually want to do it again. I mean, I think I'm at the next level, and you need to continue and continuously improve yourself, and have that second lens. So definitely get yourself a coach. They'll teach you great techniques. And then secondly, I'd say, like I've already mentioned, the visualizations tool. I've always believed in them. I've always had a vision board, which has worked really, really well for me. But you know, when you imagine it in your mind, it's something else. So definitely that. And then just surrounding yourself with individuals you can chat about, you know, your real issues at work.
Mm.
um Sometimes I think you think you're the only one that's going through a certain thing, and you begin to carry that, and you personalize that, and it becomes you. Reach out to other people, have a chat with them. You know, you'll find that really you're not alone and it's really not you. Sometimes it's just about being in the wrong environment, you know. It's about finding the right environment for you where you can blossom and grow. And it's not to say that you're in a totally bad environment, but maybe it's just not the place for you. And I don't take any of those experiences in vain. Each of my experiences in my career journey have taught me a lot about myself.
Yeah.
You know, where I could develop, when to speak up and when not to. You know, I think we tend to let a lot of things slide and we don't speak up for ourselves, and then we start feeling like victims, when it's really, really not the case. So, but when you start surrounding yourself with people who think alike, who encourage you to be vocal, it makes a world of a difference in your path. So really, I think those are my three tips for anyone who's feeling stuck, and not really knowing where to, and feeling like they don't have a lot of options. You do have options, there are plenty. Yeah, and you do have the potential within you. Tap into it.
Oh my. Wow, you are just such fire. I feel like the entire time as you're speaking, I'm thinking, no, Zinhle needs to look into being a coach, being an author, something. But at least you're leading people. So that's good.
My friends are always like, you really need to write a book. You really need to start a blog. And it's definitely on one of my to-dos. I just need to find the time. But yeah, I think I'll start a blog one day.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just so glad that you are in a position to lead other people, because it means other people are rubbing shoulders with someone like you, with everything you've been through and everything that you are. But I love what you said, something that I thought was so powerful, watching them grow and watching you grow. So you're almost growing together. And there's nothing like a leader who's growing with you. That is
Absolutely.
so powerful. Thank you so much for your time. Oh, this was
Thank
amazing.
you, Zinhle. And thank you for the opportunity. I hope I inspire someone. So yeah, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I don't doubt that you absolutely will. And you might even get a few individuals wanting to reach out. If they do, how can they reach you?
So they can email me. My email address is zinhlemv@gmail.com, or they can reach me on my Instagram, Zinhle Mvune. I'm also on Facebook, Zinhle Mvune, and they can find me on my LinkedIn profile, Zinhle Mvune. I think it's not a very common name, so it will be easy to find. So
cool. I'm sure they'll want to follow you and follow your journey, see how you're doing, just for inspiration, because sometimes it's as little as just who is on your feed every day that can influence how you start thinking. So I'm sure you'll get people.
I'll be sure to share more content then.
See, this is how it starts. Well, thank you so much, Zinhle. I appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Wishing you all of the best for the rest of your journey. I can't wait to watch you grow even further.
Thank you so much, Zinhle. I appreciate it.
Bye.